Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today, I have another breakup story to share with you. And I hope if you have a breakup story you'd like to share, please visit writemac.com, WRITEMAC.com. Send in your story, and I possibly could respond in a YouTube video just like this. If you really need to talk and you really want to move forward and get to the bottom of things, I also do live breakup coaching using FaceTime or Google Hangouts. Now, if you got a comment to make to help this individual, please put it down below. And if you think this video is giving helpful and useful information, give me a thumbs up. So let's get into it. My ex-boyfriend and I were together for a year and broke up 4 months ago. Okay, that's clear. We didn't live together, but we were together every day. Okay. That's a serious relationship. This is my second serious breakup. He broke up with me because we were fighting a lot, and we had a huge fight that ruined our relationship, and I think he had the greener on the other side thought. What was the reason for the fight? Why did you have a huge fight? What was the topic about? You know, a lot of people think grass is greener on the other side thought. Okay, so I did no contact because my pride says, don't wait around. He's not keeping me on the back burner. Good for you. She writes, fuck that. 2 weeks later, I got a missed call from him. So 2 weeks later, after being in no contact, you got his attention. I didn't call back because I wasn't ready. Well, if you're not ready, then don't call back. 2 months later, we saw each other at our guy friend's baby shower at a pub, and he was very clingy to me, wanted to talk, sit next to me all the time. So this is 2 months later. He said, I miss you, and asked if I missed him because it's been driving him crazy not knowing. Okay, so is this something you welcomed? Is this something after 2 months you thought, oh, okay, cool, I want to rework this relationship, I really like the attention? Or are you one of those that wants to cat palm a little bit and play a little game with him and make him really work for it? Sometimes people they don't realize, I call it passive revenge, where they like the attention, they like that the person's interested in them again, but they won't accept it moving forward. In other words, they don't really want to get back in a relationship, but they want to almost make the other person suffer. I said it's not important. Basically, he acted, what do you do when you first meet your ex? Like bringing up past, showing emotions, jealousy. It was all him. I mean, there's no rule of thumb. I mean, some people, when they see their ex are really uncomfortable, they wouldn't go right up to him and show emotion or show jealousy. They might be really uncomfortable. They might not know what to say. So I don't think that that's how everyone acts. It was all him, not me, which was confusing to me because he's the dumper. I acted cool and normal because I didn't feel weird at all. Well, good for you. You're a confident individual. I'm happy for you. But it seemed like he didn't matter to me. He said it was weird seeing me and wanted to be friends, and I said, no, I don't do friends with exes. Well, that's your rule. That's something you live by, and I'm fine with that. Because once you are in a serious relationship, for some individuals, it's hard to just be friends, especially right away. Maybe down the road you could. He kept trying to get my attention, so his last resort was to make me jealous by dancing or talking to other girls, which was so obvious. I got annoyed. And well, the fact that you got annoyed, he did get your attention. So whether you wanted to get annoyed or not, you were obviously watching him because you noticed it. Because if you really didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't even have noticed that he was with someone else. And turned off by, so you're turned off by no reaction. I was smiling the whole time. He even made himself, so you're annoyed, but you're smiling. So that's not really, if you're annoyed and smiling, an annoying smile, you're trying to shield something. He even made himself sound like he's miserable by getting into fights at clubs, drinking, and stopped going to church ever since we broke up. So he's playing the victim and pity card. That's not attractive. Because you guys broke up, he's acting that way. I don't know if that was just the alcohol talking, because I didn't hear from him again after that. 3 weeks later, I went to India. I got a drunk text from him saying, who the fuck is this man? Pretending he deleted my number, but again, I knew he was trying to get a reaction out of me, so I didn't give it to him. I mean, you're playing a game of chess where you're saying, like, I'm not going to give him a reaction. I'm not going to show him that I'm watching him with other girls. But what are your real feelings, like, deep down? I just reopened it, no response. My guy friend said that he wants me back, and I kept pushing him away, and he stopped trying. Do you want him back is the question. Are you just in love with the idea of his attention? I don't know. They're right, though, so they told me to message him because I do want him back. Well, I mean, just stop playing these games and start going out on dates again. Start hanging out and having fun, and don't jump into things. When you get back with an ex, you've been 2 months apart, you just got to go out, have fun, and reconnect as a couple in the present moment, and don't bring up the past. There you go. That's the recipe. After 1.5 months since the drunk text in India, I decided to message him, and within 5 minutes, he called me and wanted to meet up and catch up. I said on the weekend we can, but he insisted that night, so I agreed since I wasn't busy. He picked me up and drove around. He was definitely flirting, mentioned about a time we were still together. He said he was happy to see me and vice versa. He even held my hand and tried to be sexual, but I said no. I'm strict on the whole no sex with the ex till we're back together. Well, good for you. That's your rule. You got a lot of rules, by the way. In the end, we were kissing, which he made the move for. Okay, but now 4 days later, I haven't heard from him. I'm so confused. I know 100% I didn't do anything wrong from the first meetup with the ex. Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. I mean, bottom line, he's just not jumping into things. It sounds like you had a pretty good date. You're still attracted to each other. You don't have trust in him, and you got to reestablish a connection. So I did my research, and I followed up. What was the research for? Because you were waiting on the 4 days. I could even tell he was genuinely happy and excited to see me. His eyes never lie. Most people's eyes don't lie. Yep. The smiles in the eyes, right? So like if someone smiles and they smile, like you could just see their eye, and someone smiles like this. That's why when you said I was annoyed and smiling, I don't know if that works. I even said we should hang out again and on the weekend, but he didn't seem like he wanted to because he dodged it and didn't say yes or no. So now he's flipping the tables on you, and he's attempting to make you chase. What's your take on all this? I do want him back, but I want him to make all the effort since he's the dumper. At some point, I don't think he's going to be attracted to the idea of he's making all the effort. You have to meet him halfway at some point and show him that you want to get back together. You obviously don't want to throw yourself at him, and you have these rules in place that you don't want to that you want to follow. Go out, have a good time, go on a few more dates, see how it goes. Don't be attached to if he contacts you in 4 days or 5 days or 6 days. You guys are dating again. You're reestablishing trust and connection, and you're obviously both attracted to each other. So that's out of the that's fine. He should fix this, and I don't want to text him first because I already did this time. Stop making these rules. If you want to text him and go out, you guys have already gone out. You've reestablished attraction. You haven't talked for 4 days. I think you have your shield up and your guard up because you don't want to get hurt again. But you definitely need to have some more dates. And if you're going to have a date, it doesn't mean you're going to have a date 3 or 4 days later. So let the connection happen organically. And if it doesn't happen and you see, you go out a couple of times, you guys hook up, you guys kiss, whatever, and then afterwards you're not seeing the relationship go in the direction you want, then that's clarity for you moving forward to go, you know what, I don't want to revisit this. I don't like the way this game's being played. But to go into it with the idea, oh, I want him to make all the effort, that's too much. You need to make some kind of effort. So I hope that helps you. Please visit rightmac.com if you've got a story to share, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.